Alright guys, so this is going to be my review of Kong Skull Island, and I gotta say, I was I was going into this with an open mind because I had heard all the reviews saying, oh, the human characters are bland and all that, but at the same time I reminded myself, oh yeah, this is a giant monster movie. I'm not expecting much from the human characters. I think what got everyone so down on the human characters, and I can agree on this too, is because they're all really great actors. They're all fantastic actors. Tom Hiddleston, John Goodman, Samuel L. Jackson, Brie Larson, John C. Reilly. They're all really fantastic actors, but they're all kind of playing. They're just kind of going by the notes here. Really, they're all just kind of playing this like we're just in this movie and we're just kind of rolling with the punches here. So, and it's kind of, and yeah, it's a little off-putting, but at the same time, you didn't come here to see John C. Reilly or John Goodman. You came to see Kong, I hope. And that's what I did. I came to see Kong. And I'm going to say right out the gate, as long as you come in here with a mindset of, this is Kong's movie, this is a giant monster movie, and this is what it kind of is, and I'll say what my friend Jason Voorhees 2011 said when he saw the movie before me, was that if you go in the mindset of it's a giant B movie, the giant B movie monster, it's a big budget B movie, then go on ahead. Your happy ass is going to have a good time. So, yeah. And I did have a good time with it. I really did have a good time with it. I was kind of like, the human characters are just here to tell the story. I'm here for Kong. And Kong, whenever he is in here, yeah, I got my money's worth of seeing this. This is my first 3D movie in a long while, actually, and I really enjoyed. The 3D was really good. It was kind of off-putting because the 3D for the trailer for Ghost in the Shell, which I'm not going to be watching, not because of the Scarlett Johansson thing, it just looks like a really bad movie, and I mean, I really like Scarlett Johansson, and I would have seen, and I was kind of interested in the movie even when she was announced, but at the same time, I'm like, oh yeah, this is an American adaptation of an anime film, and one of the best anime films, so never mind. And the 3D in that was really terrible, but when it got to the actual movie, I was like, oh, this is good 3D, okay. So, yeah, what I also liked is that this movie, and everyone a part of this film, decided, because here's the thing, and I'm going to quote my friend Zazubar on this, is that with Kong itself and the two remakes, Kong 76 and Kong '05, is that this was an art. They treated it like an art form. Like, yeah, this is King Kong. We don't fuck around with this. And there was a respect to that. This one is like, oh no, we're making a giant monkey fight helicopters. There's no art here. So yeah, that was I feel like that was the mindset, and I'm okay with it because. Yeah, it is cool to sometimes, I mean, yeah, King Kong, it's not just a important film for kaiju fans, it's an important film in general. But, having said that though, the big thing here is that, this film wasn't trying to build on the shoulders of giants, because yeah, there had been no fucking way you could top the 33 film. Trust me, 76 and '05 tried. And I actually like 76. '05, not so much, the more I watch it. Anyway, because this film I feel like is one giant fuck you to '05, because this one hits the ground running, because the first 20 minutes of this film are all okay, we gotta get to the island, we're here on the island, and it doesn't stop. That opening scene where Kong is just taking on the helicopters is frigging awesome. This tells you right out the gate, this is the type of movie you're getting, and I was happy. I was absolutely happy with how they play it. Kong himself is a really interesting character, because he's not, in here, he is an ape, but he's not a gorilla. If anything, he's actually like a giant-sized version of an early hominid. I'm trying to pronounce the actual name. I think Arthropithecus is the name for it. But yeah, he's like a giant-sized early hominid. That's the best way to look at this Kong. And yeah, he is kind of like a fusion. He does have a resemblance, fur-wise, and a lot in the face of Toho. Well, okay, not facially of Toho Kong, because that'd be a whole different story right there. But yeah, it's very evident that they wanted to make this. They wanted to make Kong his own kaiju. So yeah, that was really cool, and I liked that he. I thought it was cool that he walked upright. And I really like that this Kong is a thinking animal, and there are some private moments where he's just sitting alone and just kind of thinking to himself. And I really like that. I really like that even though it's not as emotive as the '05 Kong, which is the most emotive Kong done by Andy Serkis in the motion capture, this Kong, I feel like you can understand what he's trying to do, like when he's, checking himself over from the injuries from the helicopter fight, or when he's just sitting and just thinking. You can tell that there's a lot going around in his mind. There is a lot of stuff in his head. So I really dig this Kong, and yeah, they did say that he is going to get bigger. So yeah, they did say in the movie he's still growing. He's actually he's technically still a toddler, really. And good lord, there are some monster fights in here. There are some great I'm pretty sure, I'm calling it now, and I could be easily wrong. I'm just going to say this right now. I am going to say this right now. I have a feeling that Skull Island in this new Monsterverse is going to become Monster Island. I am pretty sure that Skull Island is going to be turned into Monster Island in this universe. Again, I could be totally wrong here. I could be absolutely wrong. But at the same time, I'm like, well, you got giant creatures living here already. You have kaiju living all around the world. And this is an island protected by storms, so if you're going to keep something, here for hidden from the public eye, it would be here. This is especially there are some great action scenes, and trust me, if you were not a fan of the 2014 Godzilla final fight between Godzilla and the Mutos, this film feels like an apology for okay, yeah, we didn't focus a lot on, up until the last 10, 15 minutes of Godzilla fighting the Mutos, so here's Kong and the Skullcrawlers fighting. And trust me, that final fight between Kong and the final Skullcrawler is awesome. I'm not even joking. It's awesome. There's no shaky cam. It stays in focus of when Kong is throwing down. And there's some great camera angles as well. The other monsters are really cool. The Skullcrawlers are an interesting enemy, especially the final Skullcrawler. A lot more... it's a very... How they kind of uses its combo moves, I guess you could say, is an interesting way of how they go about it. I will say that some of the characters, there's so many. It's like a sea of red. The human characters, real quick. It's like a sea of red shirts. It's literally like a sea of red shirts, all of them, because yeah, there are so many survivors after that initial attack. It's like, oh yeah, there's still a lot of things that can kill you, and people die bad in this movie. I mean, real bad. I don't want to spoil this movie too much. But yeah, there's actually one death in here that made me go, wow, someone just got wiped out real quick. They just took one character out, just Game of Thrones this character right off the bat. And if you've seen the movie, I think you know who I'm talking about. Also, the gas mask scene. I know the infamous gas mask scene where Tom Hiddleston puts on a gas mask and just starts cutting shit up with a katana. It's ridiculous, but for a movie like this, I'll forgive it. Because it's so goddamn ridiculous, it's funny. And yeah. So there you go, guys. Go see Kong. And yes, stay for the final credit scene, which I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys want me to talk about, which I'll do right now. I'll talk about it briefly. So if you don't want to be spoiled on the after credit scene, get out now. Okay, so I'm guessing if you're still here, you either want to be spoiled on the after credit scene or already know what I'm talking about. After credit scene, oh god. I cannot wait for Godzilla King of the Monsters. Because we get images of cave paintings of Godzilla, Mothra, Rodan, and King Ghidorah. All of them. It does kind of beg the question, wait, so are they saying King Ghidorah is not a space monster in this? What? What? I don't know, maybe they'll do, they'll pull, something maybe King Ghidorah's like Galactus, and he showed up on Earth thousands of years ago, but Godzilla drove him off. Because there is a cave painting in there of Godzilla and and Ghidorah fighting, but we don't see... we don't know where Ghidorah is. We do know he's coming, but we don't know if he's going to be a creature that lived here, or he's going to be a creature that came from space. My thing so far, unless otherwise, because again, this could easily be in the film, of what happens is that what probably happened is what, at least in my opinion, at least my theory, is that Ghidorah came to Earth thousands of years ago, Godzilla fought him off, and now he's back. So at least, again, I could be easily wrong on that, but who knows. So, yeah. All in all, like I said, as long as you go into this film with the right mindset of just wanting to see Kong wreck shit, then you'll be fine. The human characters, but again, I think I understand why everyone's so let down by the human characters, is because they're all played by such great actors, but script-wise, there's nothing there for them to work with, and they're all acting like actors you would see on sci-fi. And a lot of them get red-shirted. Yeah. But when it comes to the Kong stuff, which I came for, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys came for, the Kong stuff is just fucking great. So I think you'll get your money's worth with the Kong stuff, especially that final fight. Yeah. And now I just cannot wait for, Godzilla King of the Monsters and, of course, Godzilla vs. Kong. But you guys tell me, what did you guys think of Kong Skull Island if you've seen it? Did you guys like it? Did you guys hate it? Just comment below, let me know. I'm really curious to see what you guys have to say about this film. I really enjoyed it, but that's just me. That's just my personal opinion. But yeah, once again, just comment below, let me know what you guys thought of the film, and hope you all enjoyed this review, and I will see you guys later.